Okay, greetings Titans. We are going to go ahead and get started on another activity. We are actually going to be working on activity 5, and activity 5 is going to include us going through and finding the idioms from the short story Just Once. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out our red pen and we are going to take out our green highlighter. And what you are going to do with me is you're going to find these idioms and then we're going to write the definition for the idiom. So we're just going to go through pretty quickly here, and we're going to look at page 1 first. And we are going to go down, and since I kind of already know where they are, I'm just going to find them very easily for us. So the first one, when we come down here, we see, but the moose had a hang-up. I want you to go ahead and highlight this with your green highlighter. We're going to go ahead and highlight hang-up, and then next to it, you are going to just write what hang-up means. And hang-up means to have a problem, right? It also means, just like we know with the last activity that we did, activity 4, it can also be an obsession. If you have an obsession about something, it could be a problem or an obsession, right? If you're really obsessed with chocolate or coffee, like me, you might have a hang-up. I guess I have a hang-up for coffee and chocolate. All right, so hang-up is our first one. I also see hang-up here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. You can go ahead and do that too. Ooh, a new one. We have go public. Go ahead and highlight go public. And go public, we know, is to tell everyone. So let's go ahead and write that with our red pen. Tell everyone. So we know that Moose didn't go public with his hang-up until the 6th game of the season. So he didn't tell everyone about his obsession. All right, another idiom here, nurturing. And the only reason that this is an idiom here is because he had been nurturing the hang-up secretly for 2 years or more. Nurturing in itself is not an idiom. Nurturing just means to care, right? So let's go ahead and add a new text box. He was caring about this hang-up for quite a while. All right, I'm going to go right over here to the word anonymous. All right, it says, yes, glory, but uncheered and sort of anonymous. So I'm going to add a text box up here, and we're going to say anonymous means nameless. Okay, if it is anonymous, it is nameless. Okay, let's go down now to page number 2. And on page number 2, we can see that Coach Williams was already turning away and taking a step toward the next player, due an accolade. Okay, so we are going to highlight accolade. So we are not only highlighting for idioms, we're also highlighting just for some vocabulary as well. Okay, so an accolade is praise. And that is something that we saw in the last activity, that if somebody is receiving accolades, they are receiving lots of praise. All right, let's move that down there. An accolade is praise. And we'll move on down to something else I think that you should know is the word tolerant. If it is tolerant, or if somebody is tolerant, excuse me. So it said he gave a tolerant smile and a little nod and said, you keep right on blocking, son. All right. So if somebody is tolerant, they are, yep, you guessed it, understanding. All right. I'll just put that right there. Tolerant is understanding. Okay, let's move over to the word precedent. Something you guys should know, if it's a precedent, that means if you're setting a precedent for something, that just means you are setting an example. Okay? Setting an example, and that's that one. All right, let's go down here, still on page 2, to the word purist. If someone is a purist, or if something is purist, it just means that it is the like a strict nothing else added to it. Okay, so it says others like Dan Blevins held to the purest line. A left tackle plays left tackle, a ball carrier carries the ball, and that's it. All right, so let's add our text here. We are going to say that a purist is strict. Okay, they're very strict about their rules here. That's the way it is, and it doesn't change. Okay, let's go to page number 3, and we're going to go to one of my favorites here, duck soup. If something is duck soup, that means, in this case, it was an easy win. All right, so the Benton Heights Tigers were duck soup for the Bears. That means it was just an easy win for them, which, you know, I didn't really know that. I didn't know that vocab word until now. Something I don't use very often, I guess, duck soup, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll start. Okay, the next one, the hapless Tigers had yet to cross the 50-yard line under their own steam. So the last activity that we did, we had the hapless kitten who kept getting stuck in things, got stuck in the garbage can, got stuck in the pool table. Well, that just means that it was very unlucky. It was an unlucky little kitten. So in this case, we're talking about the unlucky Tigers, aren't we? Just put that right there. All right, so unlucky Tigers. And actually, these are the only 2 vocab words that we're going to talk about on page 3. So let's move on down to page number 4. All right, page 4. One of my favorites, besides duck soup, is cakewalk. That's funny, they're both food, huh? You know I love food. Okay, so cakewalk means, you guys know this one, that it is just so easy. These are a couple of vocab words we're gonna have to start adding to our everyday conversations. That's my maybe a goal that I'm going to set for you guys. Try to add cakewalk into your everyday conversations, and then add duck soup. See how many weird looks you get. Okay, so cakewalk means so easy. All right, let's go down. And the next one here, we have ponder. Okay, so we have, well, no time to ponder that one right now. Okay, so ponder is to, and you guys know this one, I'm sure, carefully consider. I'll move that down so you can see it. If you are carefully considering something, okay, you're carefully thinking about it, is to ponder. All right, and the very last one is zeroed in. If you zeroed in on something, oops, let me delete that there. If you zeroed in on something, that means that you directed all of your attention on something. All right, you directed all of your attention on that one thing that you zeroed in on. Okay, these are the only vocab words that I would like to discuss today. We have our ponder, zeroed in, cakewalk. Let's see, going on to back to page 3, hapless, duck soup, purist, precedent, tolerant, accolade, nurturing, hang up, go public, and anonymous. So we only had just a few idioms that we talked about today. So I think what I might do is go back here. I don't know if I can. Can I? Let's see. No, I can't. I wanted to actually make a slash here because we're not talking about just idioms. We're talking about vocabulary and idioms. So that's okay if you made a little dash there, but we're talking about vocabulary words and idioms here in this activity. All right, if you need to go back and rewatch this or rewind it for any reason, go ahead and do that, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.